Greetings, welcome to the Tarot Card of the Now. In this video, I'm using the Dark Carnival Tarot deck. I'm going to pick one card for a message, a little insight that we need right now for whenever you were tuning in. It's a little message from the universe. So let's get on with it. We have the inverted Three of Axes. In this deck, the swords have turned into axes. This is a very, I guess, iconic card. But at any rate, we have the Three of Axes, which is like the Three of Swords, and it's reversed or inverted, upside down, whatever you want to call it. Really here is the first thing that comes when I look at this card is to not give in to fears. It's the first thing that comes up. Fears really of the heart. It's not a time to, get wrapped up in these things that keep us from pursuing our pleasure, our desires, and so forth. What I see here is like not going forth with something because you fear the failure, or you fear it won't be as good as what's in your head, or that basically it's not going to turn out how you want it to or how it will, either through believing you have a defect yourself, you're not capable of doing this, whatever it is that you desire, whatever it is that comes from that inspirational view. This is really about the heart. The interesting thing in this suit is that the Three of Swords, or axes in this case, is that you have a big old heart, and the heart is representative of emotion and love, but this is that air suit, which is about the mental side of yourself, the mental element, the air element of logic, reason, communication. All these things that deal with that mental level. You have this big old heart. The thing about that is that these are very directly related, and so, like I said, what I'm seeing here is not letting fear keep you from your desires, your passions, and so forth. And it's related in as your thoughts, your ideas about yourself, your shortcomings, how you have failed before, or thought you have failed, or thought that you're not good enough, and all of these things. These are thoughts, right? Like I said, you're thinking these things, and that is a shot at the heart, right? Because what are these axes doing? They're piercing into this heart, and that's the idea. That's what this imagery is trying to teach us at this time, is you can't let these thoughts get you down. You can't let what anybody have told you in the past keep you from your future you desire, basically. You can't let all these things get you down. What really comes to mind is these thoughts that a lot of them are stemmed from either what people have told you, like I just said, or what people have done to you as well. They cause these doubts, these fears. So this card is urging us not to do that. It is more important to have that heart, that desire, the passions, the following your heart above your mind right now, at least, to definitely follow those passions, follow those inspirations, everything that has to do with the heart, generally found in the cup suit, because that is the realm we want to go with. So this topsy-turvy Three of Axes is telling us to step away from the mental realm and to focus on that heart, to focus on your passions and desires and not letting doubts, fears, past shortcomings, or past influences like somebody telling you you're not good enough or that you can't do this or whatever. It needs to be thrown aside. You need to take that axe or sword or arrow out of your heart and rebuild, and to pursue, to really go with that heart. It's about elevating that heart above that mind, to focus on your chest, on that heart chakra. Very helpful at this time to lead with your heart, to lead your life right now with your heart, in the fact of getting over these fears of failures, of not being good enough, anything like that, any kind of fear. These are in your head. Be mindful that these are your thoughts, and that's what's killing your passions, your desires, your love in all respects. And love, and not just like love in another person, but love of self, love of an activity. It kind of makes me think of like you want to paint this picture, right? You want to get out the canvas and the paints, you really want to do it, you really love it, but somebody in the past is echoing in your mind of you're not good enough. There's an art teacher that said your painting sucked and they gave you a bunch of D's on your artwork, so you're like, I'm not going to pursue it. You should. If it gives you joy, do it. It doesn't have to be painting, but that's just an example that comes to mind of a visualization there of not letting fears overtake you, not letting those thoughts of doubt, of failure, keep you from doing something you love or pursuing something you love, whatever it is. That is the message for right now, is to go for it. Go for what brings you happiness, what makes you feel whole, what gives you good feelings. To go with that heart right now is the point. Go with the heart and discard all these thoughts and that are defeating. So that's the message for right now. That's what we're dealing with right now. I love a comment of any sort. Are always appreciated of how this applies, or whether you like the interpretation of this card or this card in general. This is it's an independent deck, so it's not a very mainstream, but it is a tarot community recognized deck in a lot of places, so it's very interesting deck. So any opinions on that, I would love to hear as well. So before I get this video way too long, let's end it there. Blessed be.